everybody, this is Babe Stan Macalas once again, and we are now in video number 11 in the series of 13 videos on the answers to your biggest questions about prayer. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, is intercessory prayer effective? Plus one related question, and this is, how can I be more effective at intercessory prayer? For those of you who already have a copy of my free ebook, Prayer Tips, you will be familiar with what I'm going to discuss in this video, since I devoted a section of the ebook to intercessory prayer. So, what is intercessory prayer? It is prayer offered by one person for the well-being of another person. While it is important that every believer devotes a daily time for prayer, the Bible provides us with various illustrations of the power of intercessory prayer. Luke chapter 11 verses 5 to 8 tells the story of one person going to another person to get bread for a third person. Abraham intercedes for godless Sodom, and you can find this in Genesis chapter 18 verses 23 to 25. Moses interceded for the Israelites, and you can read about this in Exodus chapter 32 verses 12 to 14. For those of you who are scientifically inclined, let me cite two respected scientific studies on the effects of intercessory prayer. The first is a study in the late 80s by Dr. Randolph Bird, a practicing cardiologist at San Francisco General Hospital. The controlled 10-month study, which was published in the Southern Medical Journal in 1988, involved 393 cardiac care unit patients. The subjects of the study were selected randomly by a computer. 192 patients were prayed for by Roman Catholic and Protestant prayer groups, while 201 patients were not prayed for. The results showed that those who were prayed for were 5 times less likely to need antibiotics than those who were not prayed for. The former were also 3 times less likely to develop pulmonary edema than the latter. Furthermore, all those who were prayed for did not need mechanical respiratory support. The second study was conducted in 1998 at St. Luke Hospital in Kansas City and was published in the well-respected Archives of Internal Medicine. Led by William Harris, who has a doctorate degree and specialized in research on heart disease, the study involved 990 patients admitted to the coronary care unit of the hospital. The patients were split this way. 466 were selected randomly and prayed for every day, and 524 were not prayed for. A total of 75 volunteers from various denominations did the praying. And the result? 35 different health issues were used to analyze the progress of the patients, such as the number and type of medications the patients required, time spent on respirators, length of stay in the hospital, and so on. The conclusion of the study was that the patients who were prayed for did 11% better than those who weren't prayed for. Statistically, such results are significant. There is power in numbers. Does the number of prayers matter? It certainly does. Many studies conducted by Spindrift, an organization based in Salem, Oregon, show the effectiveness of prayer. Researchers at Spindrift don't limit themselves to studies involving humans. They also try to get down to the very basics, such as a batch of seedlings. In order to find out whether more prayer is more effective, the researchers set up 4 containers: a control container which would not be prayed for, and containers X, Y, and Z. The seeds in containers X and Y were prayed for as a unit. The seeds in containers Y and Z were also prayed for as a unit. So the seeds in container Y actually got twice the prayers. And you know what happened? In terms of germination, the seeds in container Y did twice as well. Hence the conclusion was the greater the amounts of prayer, the stronger the effects. So harness the power of intercessory prayer. Ask others to pray for you. Now, how can you be more effective at intercessory prayer? I think that first and foremost, you must have a relationship with God. I won't go into the details of how to have a relationship with God, as I have already touched on this in the other videos. And for those who haven't gotten a copy, I wrote a short guide on intercessory prayer, and you can download it for free at stjosephsite.com. It's spelled as stjosephsite.com /SJS, all in capital letters, underscore prayer with a capital P, space warrior with a capital W dot HTM. Thank you for watching, and watch out for the next video, which will answer the question, why does God seem to be silent at times?